Hey Keegan, thanks for the time. Congrats on the goal today. I'm sure these other guys will ask about it. But my question, the ref had a lot to deal with today, obviously, with 3 red cards, and it felt like some major calls and non-calls that led to goals. I'm absolutely not trying to get you in trouble, but how do you and the team deal with all that commotion, keep calm, and just try to focus on the next moment in games like this?
Yeah, as you said, difficult to comment and talk around the issue without getting in trouble. However, I think our disappointment is the impact that they feel that they need to make on the game, and that's been proven across the league and time and time again, not just with us, but in games that we've seen with other teams and across the league over time. However, I think the big takeaway tonight is nothing to do with the referees' decisions, with the goals, with the big game-changing moments. It's the way that we look 10 versus 11 versus 10 versus 10, and I'm sure the gaffer spoke about that. And I think that's a mentality. I think that's a stick to who we are moment. I think that's a challenge to leadership to take the game by the scruff of the neck, grab the guys, and change the momentum of the game a little bit and continue to do what we were doing, down a man. I think that the sense of the game when you're down a man is you're chasing it a bit. You need to focus even more. You need to push for the game, push for goals. When you go up 2 goals, it's maybe there's that subconscious complacency and play a little bit safer, defend the lead. I don't want to say that. I don't feel like we had that feeling. However, because of the way that the game flows, you do have to look at things and we'll watch it back and figure out exactly what that was. But I think that's the sentiment. That's the frustration. Is it was well within our control, and again we'll learn from that.
We'll go to Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave.
Hi, Keegan. Happy Easter, if nothing else. Soccer players are human. They make mistakes. That happens. What's a teammate to teammate or a coachable moment for Zach, either in the moment right after that play happens or, in the following days, just to make sure that he feels supported and that he can get his head right for the next match?
Yeah, I just got done speaking with him, and we've all experienced moments like these, and what's done and over with. No point in continuing to think about it anymore. Rack your brain with it. I told him, like I said, it's done. Forget about it. You're so well loved here, and everybody appreciates everything you do for this club and the voice you have, the leadership you have, and it wasn't even all that. I'm rambling here. It was more just, listen, forget about it. It's done. Result is done. It's easy to say, but he's such a big piece of what we do here, and that's really all that needed to be said.
We'll go to Matt Wickham, Pitcast.
Hey, Keegan. I do want to find the silver lining here and come up with your signature banger for the goal there. It seems that whether you've started or especially when you come off the bench, you've always answered the call. And I know that particular shot's when you've tried a few times this season. What did it feel like to net that one in the back?
Yeah, felt like the expected goal number on that one was a little bit higher than some of my other attempts. I think just the way that I find myself in that position is something that I've been challenged with, and all of us have been challenged with, is just put your head down, just put your foot down, and get involved in the attack. Empty the tank, as we say. And I think because I follow the play up, trying to get involved in that attack, the ball falls to me and I'm in the right place. And of course, the technical aspect, putting your foot through it, keeping your head down, striking the ball. I enjoy those things. And honestly, it's pretty crowded in between me and the goal there. So, really lucky not to have a little deflection or a block. And those are those moments you play for, that celebration, that down a man, up 2 goals, celebrating with a team like that that's the ultimate feeling in the sport and maybe in sports in general. And really hard to feel like not really worth it by the end of the match, but in that moment was special.
Back to Braden.
Keegan, I feel like we ask about Lucas every week, but he's really getting better and better and better. Put out some fires today. Just aside from the experience he's gaining, just being around the team and MLS, just how is the game maybe getting slower for him, and what layers is he adding to his game week to week?
Yeah, it's. I don't even know if it's been a progression. I've loved what I've seen from him from day one. Even his presence, his vocal leadership for a young player and just a new man to the team. I've loved his approach to just the professional aspects of the game that are sometimes that I talk about with young players that are unspoken or unexpected, and that's showing up early to things, shaking hands, looking people in the eye, eager to be criticized, looking for ways to get better, staying after, doing some extra things to get better, focusing on the details of the game that are going to make him better, and he's enjoyed every bit of success that he's earned, and especially with Australia as well this past week. I'm really happy for him and happy to see him grow and continue to progress.
Back to Pollard.
Keegan, I want to ask about seeing some familiar faces at Toronto. I know Georgie wasn't in the team. I wasn't sure if he was in the building or where, but did you have a chance to interact with Robin or any of the other coaches on the sideline who you know from Colorado?
Yeah, very warm, welcoming faces and interactions with a handful of people. Beta, Woldy, Will Yarborough, Robin, Georgie. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody, but Embers. It's crazy. Usually you don't find so many old working relationships in the same place. Usually they're sprinkled throughout the league, but unfortunately not, as positive as a conversation after the result and after that final whistle. It's always difficult, but you put that aside for a second, and human to human, you hug each other and wish each other the best. It's good to see people that again worked together for a long time and enjoyed some real success together. So happy for those guys. Hope they continue to enjoy working with each other, and maybe not today, but hope they continue to have success.
And we'll go to Wickham for the last one. Sorry, Matt, you're muted.
There we go. Third time's a charm. Without extrapolating and getting yourself in trouble, the amount of red cards this season through 6 weeks is almost double what it was last season. To the extent that this affects a player's career in a season, has the Players Association brought this topic up?
Yeah, like I said before, without trying to get in trouble, I think our frustration is the impact that the referees feel that they need to make in the game in the moment, and I don't know if that's gone too far or not. But no, it hasn't been brought up with the Players Association. I don't know if that is a constructive conversation or not. I think data-wise and numbers-wise, I think it'll be seen. I think it will be talked about whether we know it or not. But again, I think I've been in the league for some time now. I think the challenge is to try to not even put yourself in those situations where you give them a chance to make that decision, and it's easier said than done. The game is competitive, it's heated, things get emotional, and guys are trying to make an impact, and we are trained tirelessly to be aggressive. So it is a real challenge, but like I said, as best as we can to not put ourselves in those positions, I think is going to help us in the long run. And if nothing else, we think that as a whole and over the long run, the decisions will even themselves out, and we'll be on the right side of them just as many times as the wrong side. So again, always difficult to swallow with a poor result, but we'll be on the right side of it next time.
Thanks, Keegan.
We will conclude the media availability there. Keegan, thank you for